الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله تبارك وتعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب زدني علما وارزقني فهما. My dear brothers and sisters, young and old, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, welcome back to our live program, coming to you live from Al Khair Ikra Studios here in Bradford, MashaAllah. I hope you've been well, you had a wonderful Eid, inshallah. May Allah accept your ibadat and your fasts of Zil Hijjah, inshallah, and your qurbanis. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with us all, and may Allah give shifa to our ill amongst us, and may Allah forgive our deceased. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. MashaAllah. Today, inshallah, we're going to go through a few remedies. First of all, I'm going to share with you 3 main migraine remedies. Many guys have headaches. People who have headaches, especially migraine headaches, उनकी ज़िंदगी बेचारे की ख़राब हो जाती है. They have to go sleep for days sometime, hours sometime. So 3 remedies, 3 main homeopathic remedies for migraine headaches, inshallah. If I give you 10, you'll forget. If I give you 15, you'll forget. I'm going to give you 3, but these 3 are the special remedies, and these can turn your light, turn the pain off the way you turn off the light in your home, inshallah. So please continue to listen, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to go through 3 main remedies, and then after that, inshallah, Allah willing, I'm going to go through one remedy which is very good for acne, pimples, acne rosacea even. One specific remedy which is very good for this, mashallah, and also the same remedy is very good for diabetes as well, especially if you're on the borderline. So I'll go through that, and then finally I'm going to go through the remedies for burning feet. Many people have burning feet. Their feet are burning all the time, especially at night time when they go sleep. Their feet are burning. They can't sleep at night time. Some people have this issue in the daytime as well, but many have it worse at night time. Now I'm going to go through, inshallah, hopefully 3-4 remedies. Initially, the main remedies for burning feet, but then I'm going to go through a list of 10 remedies, because some people have different symptoms, and as you know, in homeopathic medicine, the remedy picture has to correspond with the patient's kind of symptoms as well, inshallah ta'ala. बस मैं ये कह रहा था कि इंशाल्लाह आज के प्रोग्राम के अंदर हम अव्वलन 3 होम्योपैथिक दवाई का तज़किरा करेंगे जो माइग्रेन के लिए बहुत ही मुफीद हैं. हम 3 ही का तज़किरा करेंगे, क्योंकि ये जो 3 दवाइयाँ हैं माइग्रेन के लिए, ये ख़ास तौर पर इस्तेमाल की जाते हैं अक्सर तौर पर. तो इंशाअल्लाह हम इनका तज़किरा करेंगे. इसके बाद हम तज़किरा करेंगे इंशाअल्लाह एक ख़ास दवाई का, जो इन्हीं के ब्लैक हेड्स होते हैं, ये जो पिंपल्स होते हैं चेहरे पर, खुसूसन एक्नी या एक्नी रोजेशिया, इसके लिए एक दवाई. और यही दवाई माशाअल्लाह काफ़ी मुफीद है डायबिटीज़ टाइप 2 के लिए भी. और जाते जाते हम इंशाअल्लाह 2 और दवाइयों का तज़किरा करेंगे, सिज़िगियम और जिमनीमा, जो डायबिटीज़ के लिए बहुत मुफीद रहती हैं. और इसके बाद इंशाअल्लाह हम आपके सामने बयान करेंगे तकरीबन 3-4 दवाइयाँ, होम्योपैथिक दवाई जो है, जो बहुत ही मुफीद होती हैं पाँव के अंदर सूजन के लिए और जलन के लिए, और जो दर्द होते हैं पाँव के अंदर, चाहे पाँव का अगला हिस्सा हो, चाहे पाँव का यानी कि दरमियानी हिस्सा हो, या चाहे कि पाँव का पिछला हिस्सा हो. इनके लिए ये जो होम्योपैथिक दवाई है काफ़ी कार आमद हैं और काफ़ी मुफीद हैं इंशाअल्लाह ताला. और इसके बाद अगर टाइम हो तो मुस्तकिल हम 10-11 और दवाइयों का आपके सामने तज़किरा करेंगे. ये इसी के लिए कि पाँव के अंदर जलन के लिए और पाँव के अंदर जो दर्द होता है निचले हिस्से के अंदर, क्योंकि होम्योपैथी के अंदर जो दवाई होती है लाजमी है कि जो मरीज़ के जो यानी कि लक्षण हैं या जो सिम्टम्स हैं उनको यानी उनके साथ यानी कि एक किस्म की बराबरी और सिमिलरिटी होनी चाहिए दवाई के साथ. होम्योपैथी का उसूल तो यही है कि जो बीमारी आदमी के अंदर है उसी के हर सिम्टम दवाई के साथ कॉरिस्पॉन्ड होने चाहिए. They should be same, similarity. Whatever the symptom the patient exhibits should be found in the medicine. Of course, the medicine is in a dilute form, so it won't cause any problems, but there has to be a similarity. Alhamdulillah. So first of all, let me explain to you the remedies for migraine. Migraine, 3 main remedies for migraine. Some people don't just have migraine, they have another severe headache. And these headaches are so severe, they're almost known as suicide headaches. Suicide headaches. Why? Because the pain is so severe, the person contemplates, na'udhu billah, summa na'udhu billah, summa, committing suicide because of the pain. Very severe headaches. So we're not going to mention that. We're going to talk about the remedies which are for migraine headaches, insha'Allah ta'ala. So the first remedy is known as natrum carbonicum. The first remedy is known as natrum carbonicum. So these remedies are not for what you call cluster headaches. Cluster headaches are known as suicide headaches, and their pain is so severe in cluster headaches that some people have described it as the most severe pain a male can go through. So severe. Some have described it as the kind of male equivalent of when a lady when a lady is actually going through delivery, and the pain that she experiences there, the equivalent for a man is cluster headaches. It's so severe, and then you can understand how much pain a lady suffers when in childbirth. Ya Allah, severe. So cluster headaches we'll do another day, inshallah. In fact, I had one patient once. He said that his pain was so severe that he'd go to a corner of the room and he'd hit his head on the corner of the room, at the right angle of a wall, just so he can become unconscious. Why? Because the pain was so severe. And in fact, the same person, the nurses would ring him every day just to see how he is. But then afterwards he found out the reason why they were ringing was not just so much to see how he was, but to see if he's alive or not, because of the nature of the pain. It's so severe that many people commit suicide. May Allah Ta'ala keep us safe from pain like this. In fact, all pain. Cluster headaches is very severe. So the first remedy for, inshallah, for migraines, as I mentioned before, is known as natrum carbonicum. Natrum carb. Natrum carb is a very good remedy for migraine headaches, and especially migraine headaches which are worse when the sun has risen. So if this person who needs natrum carbonicum, who has a migraine, his migraine is worse in the sun. When he goes in the sun, his pain gets severe. In fact, from sunrise till sunset, his pain is severe, and after the sun goes down, his pain subsides or altogether goes. Natrum carbonicum. There are many homeopathic remedies which are so good for so many symptoms, alhamdulillah. As I said before, if it's good enough for the Queen and the royal family, not just the royal family, in fact many royal families and many aristocrats, then it's good enough for you and I. So natrum carbonicum is a remedy which can be very beneficial and which can turn the pain off in migraine sufferers, but especially for those migraine sufferers whose migraine is worse with the sun. It comes on with the sunrise and goes down with the sunset. Natrum carbonicum, you can get these from homeopathic pharmacies, and the dose is 1 tablet in the 30C potency. 30C potency 3 times a day. One in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock, one at 3 p.m, and one in the evening, 9 to 10 o'clock. 1 tablet 3 times daily, natrum carbonicum, especially if it's worse with the sun. मैं यही कह रहा था कि जो पहली दवाई आपके सामने मैं अर्ज कर रहा हूँ, 3 दवाइयों में से जो माइग्रेन के लिए बहुत मुफीद रहते हैं, अव्वल दवाई का नाम है नाट्रुम कार्बोनिकम। ये नाट्रुम कार्बोनिकम बहुत मुफीद है माइग्रेन के सर के दर्द के लिए, और ख़ुसूसन उन लोगों के लिए जिनका सर का दर्द या तो शुरू होता है या तो उसके अंदर शिद्दत इख्तियार होती है और सख्ती बढ़ जाती है जब सूरज गुरूब होता है। अब जब सूरज तुलू होता है तो सूरज तुलू होते ही वक्त इनका सर के दर्द के अंदर शिद्दत हो जाती है या शुरू हो जाता है, और बराबर ये तकलीफ़ और शिद्दत रहती है यहाँ तक कि सूरज गुरूब ना हो जाए। तो इसके लिए अगर आपका सर के दर्द के अंदर ये उसकी कैफियत ये है कि सूरज के साथ उसको ख़ास उसका ताल्लुक़ है कि जब सूरज निकलता है तो आपके सर के दर्द के अंदर शिद्दत हो जाती है, या जब आप बाहर जाते हैं और काफ़ी धूप है और इस धूप की वजह से आपको तकलीफ़ बढ़ जाती है, तो ये नट्रम कार्बोनिकम। और एक और है इसका बयान ही समझे, नट्रम कार्बोनिकम का नट्रम म्यूरियाटिकम। नट्रम कार्बोनिकम और नट्रम म्यूरियाटिकम ये दोनों, बल्कि जो दूसरी दवाई है ना नट्रम म्यूरियाटिकम, 80% माइग्रेन हेडेक के लिए ये मुफीद रहती है। नट्रम म्यूरियाटिकम, सोडियम क्लोराइड, नट्रम यानी सोडियम, तो ये जो नट्रम कार्बोनिकम और नट्रम म्यूरियाटिकम ये दोनों दवाई बहुत मुफीद हैं सर के दर्द के लिए, और वो सर का दर्द जो कि सूरज के साथ जिसका ताल्लुक होता है। I just mentioned natrum carbonicum, but just remember also natrum muriaticum is the main remedy for headaches, especially the headaches that go all the way across your forehead, and the headaches which are worse by going into the sun. 80% of patients with headaches benefit from natrum muriaticum, which is known as sodium chloride, but prepared homeopathically. So one tablet in the 30C 3 times a daily may be beneficial for your headaches. Number 1. Number 2, Spigelia. Spigelia, Spigelia, in the 30C is a very good remedy, especially if you have left-sided headaches. If you have left-sided headaches and the pain is going backwards from the left, then the remedy you may benefit from is known as Spigelia. It's for neuralgic pain, even left-hand side trigeminal pain. If it's left-sided, then the same remedy will benefit you. It's a remedy for nerves as well, for toothache. But here, I'm mentioning it in the capacity as a remedy for migraines. So if you have a left-sided headache and the pain is going maybe from the left and occiput above your head going backwards all the way to the back of your head, the occiput, then Spigelia may be the remedy which will turn off the pain for you, inshallah. And as you know, there's many side effects of normal non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and paracetamol. And nowadays the GP will give if you're taking long-term pain relief, they normally give you proton pump inhibitors just to kind of lessen and the damage to your gut wall, because you end up having something known as leaky gut syndrome, which is crazy. It just messes your whole gut up. Your the bacteria inside your gut is disturbed, and your whole health goes downwards. Your gut microbiome is so important, and I mentioned that before. Everyone should be having good bacteria. Good bacteria is phenomenally good for children, for adults, everybody. And it's one of the major components of our protocols in our clinic, where we suggest to everybody to have good bacteria. And if you can't order it in a specialized product, then you should have, like Greek yogurt, or this desi yogurt you get, live cultured yogurt. Have it regular for the rest of your life. It's so good for your gut bacteria. So the second remedy was Spigelia. बस हम यही कह रहे थे कि दूसरी जो दवाई है माइग्रेन के दर्द और सर के दर्द के लिए, उसका नाम है स्पाइजीलिया। और ख़ुसूसन जिस वक्त आदमी को जो माइग्रेन है वो यानी कि बाएं तरफ हो, लेफ़्ट साइडेड हेडेक हो, और आंख से शुरू होता है और सर के पीछे से तक जाता है, तो इसके लिए स्पाइजीलिया जो दवाई है। वैसे बताते जाऊँ, माइग्रेन के अंदर और भी सिम्टम्स होते हैं। आदमी को बाज़ मरतबा वॉमिटिंग होती है, आदमी को सर के अंदर दर्द तो होते ही होते हैं, बाज़ मरतबा आदमी को यानी कि लाइट वगैरह नज़र आती हैं, तो ये सब माइग्रेन ही की वजह से होती हैं, और इंशाल्लाह इन दवाइयों के साथ इफ़ाक़ा होने का बहुत बड़ा इम्कान है इंशाल्लाह। तो दूसरी दवाई थी स्पाइजीलिया। द थर्ड रेमेडी which is very good for migraine headaches, and especially when the migraine headaches are caused by gastric issues. Gastric issues, yani you have gastroenteritis, you have stomach IBS symptoms, you have indigestion, you're vomiting, you're throwing up, you have nausea, etc. If this brings your migraine headache attack on, your stomach issues, and many people do, when their stomach is upset, they have the beginning of the migraine attack. So if this is the case, in your case, then the remedy which may be beneficial for you is what is known as iris versicolor. I-R-I-S, iris V, versicolor. Iris V, if you mention that to the homeopathic pharmacy, they'll understand. In the 30C potency, this can be a lifesaver in the sense of it can reduce your pain or turn it off altogether. Iris V, for migraine attacks which are caused primarily by gastric disturbances. Many people have stomach upsets, and when the stomach upsets start, what happens then is that it causes it causes imminent migraines. And if this is the case in your situation, you need to take the remedy known as iris versicolor. हाँ, तो बस तीसरी दवाई यही थी कि जिन लोगों को माइग्रेन की तकलीफ हो, और बाद लोगों को तो पूरी ज़िंदगी माइग्रेन की तकलीफ होती है, तो दो दवाई तो मैंने तीसरी दवाई अभी बताई है। पहली दवाई थी नाट्रियम कार्बोनिकम और नाट्रियम म्यूरियाटिकम, एक टैबलेट, एक गोली 3 मरतबा दिन के अंदर, 9 बजे, 3 बजे, 9 बजे शाम को। दूसरी दवाई थी स्पाइजीलिया, स्पेशली अगर वो लेफ़्ट साइड की यानी आपको तकलीफ हो लेफ़्ट साइड पर, आपके आंखों के ऊपर से बीजे तक जाए, तो स्पाइजीलिया अगेन 30C 3 मरतबा दिन के अंदर। और अगर आपके पेट के अंदर कोई गड़बड़ी है, वहाँ तेज़ाबियत ज़्यादा है, बदहज़मी है, कोई गैस्ट्रोएंटराइटिस है, वहाँ यानी कोई सोजन है पेट के अंदर, और इसकी वजह से आपका सर के अंदर दर्द शुरू हो जाता है और आपको नींद आपको सोना पड़ता है, और ये जो लाइट्स होती हैं इनसे आपको परहेज़ करना होता है, जिसको हम कहते हैं माइग्रेन अटैक्स। मल्टी सेंसरी इश्यूज़ हो जाते हैं, बाज़ मतलब न्यूरोलॉजिक पेन्स भी होते हैं। तो अगर आपके पेट की वजह से ये तकलीफ़ हो रही है, तो इसके लिए जो दवाई है उसका नाम है आइरिस versicolor, आइरिस versicolor या आइरिस IRIS हाइफन और V। ये दवाई आप मंगवाएं 30C पोटेंसी के अंदर, और 2-3 मरतबा दिन के अंदर आप लेते जाएं, तो इंशाअल्लाह ताला आपको बहुत ही फ़ायदा होगा। So these were 3 remedies I mentioned for migraines. What you can do alongside that is at the first when you have the headache initially, have 2 glasses of water. Many people's migraine attacks are triggered by dehydration. You feel it. You feel the kind of your arteries constricting. You feel the tension, and then it triggers a headache. Tension. So at the first sign of an incipient headache, have 2 glasses of clear mineral water, or inshallah ta'ala, and have this in the morning, especially when you wake up in the morning. One of the main things you can do is get some water, put some lemon in it, half a lemon is fine, in a tumbler of water, half a lemon, add some honey, and add some apple cider vinegar. Mix it and drink it. It's phenomenal. It helps with your blood pressure, it helps, and that's just in the morning, and it helps with alkalizing your body. It's a phenomenal thing to do in the morning. So if you try this, inshallah, it will benefit you tremendously. See, this is an age where, the time of relying on your GPs, and, we've had 80-90 years of that, and it's been a total failure in people's health. Public health has plummeted. Yeah, public health has gone down so much. People have chronic diseases, they're living with chronic diseases, they're in pain, etc. So this is not the age to rely on your GP in the sense that, you just continue having an abusive lifestyle where you're not looking after your body, you're not looking after your nutrition, you're not exercising, and then you just park all your complaints with your GP. This is the age where you need to take some form of control over your health, exercise regular, eat well, predominantly, and if you have chickens, then make sure your chickens are organic or they're free range, and you don't have these chickens which used to be some time ago for like £5-6 you can get 2-3 chickens. I think that time's long gone, but because they were full of hormones, and these hormones cause things like gynae issues with ladies, fibroids and polycystic ovaries. It's crazy. No, so good food, source your food from a reputable source, and these morning cereals, have a think about what you're eating in the morning. Have a think about it. And if you can, in fact, do the fasting diet, which means have your breakfast at 12 o'clock and eat till 8 o'clock. Divide your 24 hours into three parts, 8, 16, 24. So start at 12 o'clock, finish at 8 o'clock, and the remaining 16 hours you have nothing. Then again next day 12 o'clock. This is so good for your health. There are so many people with diabetes and high blood pressure and cholesterol that are finding the magic pill, and yet all they have to do is start the fasting that Rasulullah ﷺ explained to us. Monday, Thursday fasting, Monday, Thursday fasting, 2 days a week, every week, and then once a month 13, 14, 15. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if one was to adopt this methodology, then many of her illnesses would just fall by the roadway. And this person, male or female, would enjoy what I would say rude health. Rude health. They'd be in such good health just by doing what Nabi Kareem sallallahu alaihi wasallam has asked us to do and has done himself sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as enumerated in many hadith books. Monday, Thursday fasting. And if you have these illnesses, next time rather than panicking, etc., incorporate this regime alongside your GP's advice, of course. Monday, Thursday fasting, and then 13, 14, 15. You will see how much benefit it does to you, because most of these illnesses is what is known as lifestyle disease. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all these are lifestyle diseases. It's your lifestyle that causes them. The GP has to give you a medicine, because if he doesn't, you may drop dead. Al-iyadu billah. So he has to do it. But he wants you to exercise. He wants you to fast. Or she wants you to fast. But because people always look for the easy way out. And believe me, the easy way out is never beneficial in the long term. And when you do this fasting and when you start incorporating things like olive oil, pure olive oil, not the ones from these supermarkets, do your research, the olive oils that win awards and plaudits, them olive oil, because there's a lot of fraud in olive oil. When you start having regular olive oil, as Dr. Stephen Gundry mentioned in his book, the olive oil is so important that he says, and this Dr. Stephen Gundry is one of the most eminent cardiologists, if not the eminent cardiologist in the world. He says this, that the only reason for food is to put olive oil inside your body. The only reason why you have olive oil is to put, the only reason why you have food is it's a means to deliver olive oil inside your body. That's how important it is. So olive oil, regular fasting, and exercise. And dare I say, if you want to be a bit more brave, cold water showers. Cold water showers. Same as fasting. What fasting does is that it causes your body to be shocked. When it causes your body to be shocked, your body starts producing hormones which start healing, phagocytosis, which starts killing off all the cancer cells, especially in fasting. These things are essential, and you can get this shock by cold water showers and by fasting and by vigorous exercise, running for 30 seconds and stopping. Okay, so these are things which I think you should incorporate, especially if you have migraines. Alhamdulillah. So 3 migraine remedies I mentioned. Number 1 was natrum carbonicum or natrum muriaticum for headaches, which are worse for the sun. And especially if you're a sensitive person, if someone says something to you, you take it to your mind, you keep rummaging over it. So it's a sensitive remedy, but it's very good for migraine attacks. Number 1. Number 2, spigelia for left-sided headaches. Again, 30C 2-3 times a day, 1 tablet. And the third remedy was iris versicolor, especially where your migraine headaches are caused by gastric disturbances or when you have issues with your stomach. Insha'Allah, this will be of benefit to you by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But bear in mind, homeopathic remedies, when you take them, they're very sensitive because they're diluted remedies. So when you order your remedies, you need to store them in a particular place, away from mobile phones, at least 1 meter away. 1 meter away, which is more or less the length of your arm, including your hand. 1 meter away, keep them away from mobile phones, from microwaves, from strong smells. In fact, you can't even use mint, especially mint toothpaste when you're having homeopathic treatment. Away from bright lights. You can't use things like Vicks. Why? Because homeopathic remedies are diluted remedies. They're very susceptible to being wiped out. That's why when you travel with remedies, you have to have a special bag which keeps the x-rays away from the remedies. So if you have these remedies, you need to look after them, keep them away from bright lights and odors and too much heat and too much cold. Some people put them in the fridge, which is absolutely wrong. They should be stored in room temperature away from bright lights. And normally I store my remedies, I take next to my clothes in my cupboard. So they're pretty safe there. You need to keep them away from keeping them in your car, especially when the sun's shining. They will really wipe the remedies out. Inshallah, we're coming close to our break. After the break, we're going to continue with a remedy which is very, very effective for blackheads and pimples on the face, and it's also very good for acne rosacea. You know, people with acne rosacea, you see on their faces, they have kind of reddish skin down here and sometimes over their nose. That's known as acne rosacea. And the remedy I'm going to mention, in fact, I'll mention it now. It's called arsenicum bromatum 6C 3 times daily. This arsenicum bromatum is a very, very good remedy, mashallah, and it's very, very helpful for blackheads. Very, very good for blackheads. So if you have acne that seems to be not going away, then you can certainly try something called arsenicum bromatum. This remedy is very good for blackheads, alhamdulillah. Not just blackheads, it's also very good for pimples, for acne that isn't going away. So arsenicum bromatum is very, very effective. And not just that, this remedy is also very effective for people who have diabetes. Arsenicum bromatum is very effective for people who have diabetes, and the remedy, the way to take it is not in the 6C potency which you normally do for for acne, but in mother tincture. So for 15 days, 3 drops, 3 times a day for 15 days is really beneficial, but no more than 15 days and no more than 3 drops. Arsenicum bromatum for diabetes is only 3 drops, 3 times a day in some water for 15 days. After that, you can go to the same remedy but in tablet form in the 6C potency for as long as it takes to benefit you. Again, you can take things like gymnema. Gymnema is a very good remedy for diabetes. Syzygium and gymnema, these are 2 mother tinctures, Syzygium and gymnema. They're very, very famous. They use phenomenally in the Indian subcontinent, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in certain European countries for diabetes. Inshallah ta'ala, we're going to mention this again after the break, and then we're going to mention some remedies for burning of the feet. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.